Hi, I'm Coach Mike Krzyzewski, and welcome to Cameron Indoor Stadium. What an amazing place. Some outstanding games have been played here, and some great moments. Big dunks, three-point shots. But the most exciting plays that have occurred here are defensive plays. They've gotten the whole crowd up, and they've produced offense. We've built our teams over the years on outstanding defensive play. Now, how do we prepare our team to play good defense? Certainly, we have defensive drills and conditioning, our normal conditioning. But in the tape we're about to show you, we are specifically going to show you strength and agility drills, which will prepare your team, your kids, to play outstanding defense. These drills are geared to get you to have a wider base. Get your hips out. Get stronger, more explosive lateral movements to strengthen your hip and groin areas. They are specific for playing man-to-man defense. I hope you'll enjoy them. I hope you get a lot out of them, because to prepare to win is the first step to win. Before we dive into drills or practice, we always stretch first to help prevent our players from becoming injured, especially these drills, which will really be working the lower body. Our strength and conditioning coach, William Stevens, will take you through our stretching routine. Here we go.
We start each workout with a warm-up, and our warm-up is like a active warm-up or a dynamic warm-up to raise the guy's core temperature. What they're doing now, they're jogging the length of the court and back. And the warm-up will progress into different movements just to warm up to get the legs and the upper body, just to get the guys moving around a little bit, just to get a little sweat before we actually go into our stretching routine. On the high knees, you want to get the knees up to waist level, slightly forward lean. Working on the hip flexors. Okay, this is our defensive slide. They're sliding the half court, changing directions. Again, we're just working on warming up the legs and the groin area. And this is the karaoke. Again, what we're doing is just a warm-up, just to warm up the legs and the hips. And this is the back pedal, where they're back pedaling to half court and changing directions, jogging to the baseline. Now we're ready to go into our stretching routine. Here our guys are using our flex bands. We use the flex bands in the first part of our stretching routine. What they're doing is they're putting the band around their ankles. The band should be around the middle part of the foot. And what we're doing is loosening up the ankles and strengthening them at the same time. The guys are actually pulling on the inside or the outside of the cord, rotating the ankles. Just working on an inversion and eversion. Now they'll slide the band up to the ball of the foot, slightly bend the knee, and we're working on plantar flexion here. Okay, now we're going into our quad stretch. We're going to do both sides, right and left. Just want to make sure the kids are keeping their knees close together. You're pulling your heel back into your hip. Now we're going into our IT band stretch. You're stretching out the IT band and the piriformis here a little bit. What you want to do is have the kids put the leg right above the knee and grab the other knee on the other leg and pull it back. This is just another variation. We're not actually pulling the leg back in this stretch, we're just pushing the knee forward, which is also stretching out the piriformis area in the hip. Now we're going into the spinal twist. This stretch is excellent for stretching out the lower back. We just want to make sure the kids are completely rotated in the opposite direction of each leg. Now we're going into a groin stretch for the groin. Here you just want to get really low on the mat and spread your knees out as far as you can that is comfortable. And hold that stretch for around 10 seconds. Now we're going into our hip flexor stretch. On this stretch, you want to make sure the foot is flat, slightly leaning forward. Now we're going into our sumo squat stretch. Here you want to squat down, try to keep your feet flat on the floor and take your arms and push your knees out wide. Here we're doing a standing groin stretch. Here you want to get the legs out wide as far as you can, and you can rotate from right to left. Just add a little bit more stretch to the area. Okay, now our guys are walking back to the bleachers. We're going to do a calf stretch and an Achilles stretch. We're going to do right and left leg. You want to lean forward. Here the guys have their right leg back, the heel is flat, and you want to lean into it. Key to the stretch here, you want to keep the heel flat and keep your legs straight. And stretch out the calf area. And then we'll finish up with both legs back, slightly leaning forward. Okay, now we're going into our partner stretching where we're giving manual resistance to the guys that are on the floor. Here is our butterfly stretch. What we're doing is pushing down on the knees, and this is stretching out the groin area. Now our guys' legs are apart. We're going to do right and left side. Here you want to try to touch your toe, put your forehead on your knee, and keep your legs straight. And we're getting slight resistance here where his partner's pushing him a little bit so he can get a better stretch in the hamstring area and the groin. Okay, now we're going into hamstring stretch. You want to try to keep the leg straight. The partner is pushing the leg back. You want to try to keep the other leg on the ground. Now we're doing an Achilles stretch where the partner is pushing the toe of the foot down. Now we're going into a hip stretch. Again, you want to push the leg forward towards the head area, trying to keep the leg straight. Okay, now we're going into a rotational groin stretch where they're rotating the leg over to the side, which is stretching out the groin, and then from there they're crossing the leg across the body, going into a rotational hip stretch. And again, you're going to do both legs, so now we're going back into a hamstring stretch with the other leg. After we finish the partner stretching, we always jump rope for a couple minutes just to finish up our stretching and warm-up routine. We'll have the guys jump with both feet together. As you see, we'll have them do a side-to-side jump. Then we'll have them do double step, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Then we'll go into a speed jump where they go as fast as they can. And then after that, we're ready for practice.
This is our defensive slide form drill. At first, we're going at like half speed, and the emphasis is on form and defensive stance. Get low. What we're trying to do is strengthen the hips and the groin, and we're also trying to get wide. You see how wide our guys are? And they're moving their feet. They're not crossing their feet. And they're focused on the guy in front of them. Eyes straight ahead. Okay, back and forth. And you do this a number of times.
Stay down, stay down. Good job.
And then you can increase the speed. Yeah, and go back and forth, and you watch, and you're telling the kids to stay down, keep wide. Now look at the speed. Really good movement here. Really good movement. They're almost racing against one another, but they're not getting out of their stance. Again, looking straight ahead, focused on their man, really kicking those feet, staying wide. The hips and groin get really strengthened in this drill. All right, now we're going to put some resistance. You can see the bands on their feet, and this does great stuff for their hips and groin. And again, we start out at a slower speed, still down. Look, kicking one foot into the other, staying low. You really should be doing this throughout the season. You don't have to do it every day, but don't just do it in the preseason. Yeah, this is stuff that should be done all year long. And these bands are an excellent addition to the defensive slide form drill. Now we're going to go quicker with it. And watch how fast our kids will go, even with these bands. There really is nothing better that you can do to get yourself in a strong defensive stance. This is such a simple drill, but an effective drill, and adding the bands, that resistance, takes it to another level. The kids like it too.
Good job.
Go.
A natural progression from the defensive slide form drill is the mirror drill. Basically, we're a man-to-man team, and now you get in partners stretched across half court. The kids in the white they're faking one way or the other, and the kids in the blue are trying to stay in front. You can do this for 12, 15 seconds and have the offensive player just do whatever he wants. I want to emphasize how low our players get. And when you get low like that, you get wide. A good defensive team is a wide defensive team.
Stay with them. Good job. Stay with them.
I love the mirror drill. What you're trying to do is to show your players how to stay in front of the man. No penetration, like in driving line. In driving line, when you're putting pressure on the ball, you don't want your man to be able to penetrate against you. I want you to take a look at some practice footage where we're working on driving line. Stay in front of the guys. Let the pass go through. Good, Reggie. That's it, Daniel. This isn't about stopping penetration by being here. This is about pressuring the ball. This is how we should look right here. You guys are playing like this. You're not attacking, you're reacting to what he does. We still need to attack like this. Otherwise, he's going to shoot in our face, or I'm just following him around. Need to get up. You're still about an arm's length away, right up here. He can't put the ball right. I can still do this without going like that. Come right here. This is how I should look right now. Okay? Good. Let him catch it. We're not contesting right now. Okay. You don't have, when you do this, you see what happens? JJ's going to attack this right here. I can put pressure like this. As soon as you bring your arm right over here, you get off balance, and that's what he attacks. It's about this. I can still put pressure right over here. This is that mirror drill right now that you're doing, right over here, okay? Come on. Good, good, Dave. That's it. Good, Dave. Then it's an angle penetration. Good, good, JJ, good. This is a very unique drill. It helps us develop the muscle groups used in lateral movement. You can see where our kids try to simulate the action of a speed skater. They drive laterally, landing on the support leg and carrying the other leg behind.